on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to another episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson, and yes, I'm back. The show is back. And there's a crap ton of news articles to go through, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. Warner Brothers and Traveler's Tales Games have officially announced LEGO Dimensions for Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Wii U. The game is reported to blend together several universes, namely DC Comics, The Lord of the Rings, the LEGO Movie, The Wizard of Oz, LEGO Ninjago, Back to the Future, and others. The $99.99 starter pack comes with the LEGO Toy Pad, which is used to import LEGO mini figurines and objects into the game, bricks to build a LEGO Gateway, a LEGO Batmobile, and 3 minifigs, Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle. Now, for the first time in a video game, LEGO fans can play in the virtual world and in the real world, combining everything without restrictions, says John Burton, founder and creative director, Traveler's Tales Games. Imagine putting LEGO Gollum from The Lord of the Rings behind the wheel of LEGO DeLorean in New Ninjago City. The creative play is endless. Also mentioned were a few details about how expansions work. Level packs, team packs, and fun packs offer users new buildable characters, vehicles, tools, and gadgets, as well as new game content, mission-based levels, and in-game abilities. Some of the packs scheduled for a 2015 release are the Back to the Future level pack, which comes with a Marty McFly minifigure, a Ninjago team pack with Kai and Cole minifigs, 3 Ninjago fun packs, and 2 DC Comic fun packs, complete with Wonder Woman and Cyborg figures. On top of that, there's 3 other fun packs themed around the Lord of the Rings fun packs, the LEGO Movie, and The Wizard of Oz. LEGO Dimensions is due out for release on September 29th. When I saw the first commercial, or trailer, for this LEGO Dimensions, I was like, you create a portal and you use figures and some accessories. Yeah, this is gonna sound a lot like the Disney Infinity and Skylander stuff. And yes, it is gonna be a lot like that. I mean, as the article said, you got a starter pack, which comes with a little toy pad, a portal gateway. You get a LEGO Batmobile, and 3 figurines: Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle. Now we know Batman, the LEGO Batman, which is kind of tied up with the LEGO Movie. Gandalf, LEGO Lord of the Rings. Wildstyle, yeah, definitely the LEGO Movie there. And then there will be additional level packs, fun packs, whatever you want to call them, additional content that they're releasing as well. Now, I would be looking forward to the Back to the Future stuff. And I know some local video game stores, well, I say local, but it's mostly like Gamestop and probably what other places that you can get games and reserve stuff, but they actually have displays that shows what some of these packs are going to include. I remember seeing, I think one was called a Gollum Fun Pack, which for the life of me I could not see anything involving Gollum being fun. But the Back to the Future pack is supposed to include a DeLorean, Marty McFly, and the hoverboard. And some images, or some clips of the Back to the Future levels was in the actual trailer for the game, and even the extended trailer. But I think that what was shown on there was, I think, maybe the Old West Hill Valley. But I know some images on like the display thing for the Back to the Future one does show like the Biff's Casino thing from the second Back to the Future movie. The Back to the Future fun pack, whatever level content could probably cover all 3 movies. And then there was a few other additional ones. I didn't see an actual Wizard of Oz one, but yeah, that's definitely another one that I personally am interested in whenever they announce it. Now, am I going to buy this starter pack? Am I going to get it? Not right away. Not with $100 price tag. Hell no, I'm not going to get it. It is currently set to release on September 29th, which would give people a lot of time to actually, get the reserves and pre-orders in and start paying it off up until the release. But like I said, it's like Skylanders and Disney Infinity where you have to buy additional figures and stuff. So it's up to you if you want to try it. I'd say give it a shot. At least, with Legos, they're fun to play with. Square Enix has had a teaser website, and now the latest issue of Famitsu has revealed the game to be Star Ocean 5: Integrity and Faithlessness. The latest Star Ocean game will be coming to both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 and will be developed by Tri-Ace. Siliconia has more info on Star Ocean 5 and the latest Famitsu. The story takes place on the planet Faikri, 6,000 light-years away from Earth, and follows protagonist Fidel Camus, a childhood friend, Miki Sylvesta, and a young girl named Lena who has lost her feelings and memories. The director has confirmed the tone of the story will be close to Star Ocean 3. Combat is in real time, and your actions change based on how close you are to the enemy. While normal fights will essentially be one-on-one for the player like in past games, boss fights are going to be more complicated, with each character tackling the boss in unique ways. While events return from past games, enemies will sometimes interrupt them, and depending on how you respond, the story and ending the game will be changed. The PlayStation 3 is the base version of the game, but the team is planning on doing something unique with the share button for PlayStation 4 version. There are no plans for story DLC, so as not to upset the fans. I know I probably got some of the characters' names wrong. I tried to do them. I tried multiple takes on some of the names, especially the name of this magazine that apparently the news got broke on. Now, my first experience with Star Ocean is a more recent one. It is the Star Ocean The Last Hope. Yes, the American version. Don't calm your butts down. It's not like I can't go back and try some of the past ones. Or would I be able to? I hope so. Now, when I did try, the previous Star Ocean game, it was enjoyable. I mean, it was your standard RPG turn-based type game. Or at least the one that I played. I think it was turn-based. It's been a long while, so yeah, I know I might be losing my mind here with so many games I got in my head. But I like the fact that they said the PlayStation 3 version of the Star Ocean 5 will be more or less a base version of the game, and they'll do a few additional, maybe more than just one thing that they have listed, but they said that there's going to be something unique with the share button for the PlayStation 4 version, so they probably will have some additional better. They're probably going to say the PS4 version is better. That's simple. The Guitar Hero franchise is staging a comeback tour this year, but it's looking like it's anything but the same old song and dance. Unveiled as Guitar Hero Live, Activision will be tapping Freestyle Games, the studio responsible for the DJ Hero franchise, in a major reimagining of the dormant franchise. Guitar Hero Live attempts to allow players to immerse themselves in the rock and roll lifestyle like never before, as the game does away with the rendered graphics in favor of live action sequences that play out in real time with your gameplay. The first-person point of view places you in the shoes of a member of the fictitious Broken Tide as you play in front of a real crowd that reacts to how well or poorly you're performing. As you become a bigger band, you'll see the venues grow from small clubs that house 100 people to massive festivals featuring 100,000 fans. The live crowd and first first-person view attempts to emulate the feeling of actually playing in front of that many people, including stage fright and the adrenaline rush that comes from the crowd's roar. Until now, the Guitar Hero series has relied on using the same 5-button layout since its debut on PlayStation 2 in 2005. With Guitar Hero Live, players will pick up an entirely redesigned plastic guitar that features 6 buttons split into 2 rows, giving the developers more opportunities to better represent guitar-like chords within the songs. Activision hopes this will reduce the difficulty for those who struggled with reaching the orange button on previous Guitar Hero controllers, while providing a new layer of challenge for those who have spent years perfecting the plastic guitar. The game also includes GHTV, a new 24-hour playable music video network that continually updates with new releases and classic songs. Players are able to jump on whenever they want to compete with friends and other global players as they play along to the growing library of songs. Because of the mode's platform-style approach, GHTV could hopefully serve as a great way to discover new music in the way DLC has served in the past. It will be interesting to find out how GHTV interacts with any downloadable content plans Activision and Freestyle Games have for Guitar Hero Live. In the past, Guitar Hero games have had mobile versions released to accompany the full console versions, but Guitar Hero Live is doing something new and unexpected. The mobile version of Guitar Hero Live claims to deliver the full console experience to select devices, allowing players to play along wherever they have their device. Guitar Hero Live is set to launch this fall on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii U, and select mobile devices. Since you'll need to pick up the plastic guitar, players will only have one purchasing option available for $99.99. As the article stated, the Guitar Hero franchise has been gone for a long while. It has been dormant. And this recent announcement of a Guitar Hero Live game, not a Guitar Hero with some other subtitle or band name. No, a full new Guitar Hero game. And I do mean new. It has 2 game modes. An actual live mode where you're playing as a member of a fictional band, going from small performances to like a larger scale performance in a festival or something. From like a little club place featuring maybe 100 people to like 100,000. And then it has this TV mode. It's probably going to be called like Guitar Hero TV mode. But you're going to be able to play songs just like from the Guitar Hero games. You're playing songs that's already been out and been available. Hopefully they'll include some other classic rock songs. Now, with the price of this game, it's like $100, but then again, you're getting the game and this new guitar. The $100 price tag isn't that bad of a stretch. But they're also releasing this for a mobile version, so it's probably going to be like iDevices and stuff like that. There is no listing for PC. So unless they want to try to release that later on, which I would guess they could do, they might not be a PC version of this. Because we know how much people with PCs like to usually hack games and do mods to them. To me, this is great news, but kind of not great news. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that the Guitar Hero game is back. Namco Bandai, Sega, and Capcom's collaboration Project X Zone is getting a new entry on 3DS. The game, subtitled Brave New World, is set for release in Japan fall of this year. So far, franchises confirmed for inclusion in the sequel include Resident Evil, Yakuza, the Tales series, Sakura Wars, Devil May Cry, Tekken, Mega Man X, Virtua Fighter, Dot Hack, Street Fighter, Shinobi, Soul Calibur, and many more. For North America, the game is apparently losing the Brave New World subtitle and will also be releasing in fall of this year, just like the Japanese version. From what I've heard from people, not that many people like this game. Not many people like the Project X Zone to begin with, so I don't understand how or why they would be making another one unless it's huge over in Japan, which is a possibility. I mean, most of these games they make because of them being huge in one country or another. Well, that and they want to try and make more money. To me, it seems like a big mistake when they make games like these, and they should be making some of these, I guess, franchises that are included in it separately. They should be releasing more. We know that there's going to be a new Tekken game. There's going to be probably another Devil May Cry when they stop re-releasing it. There's probably going to be another Virtual Fighter. There's going to be another Soul Calibur eventually. But one game I wish they would re-release is the original Dot Hack games. And yes, I know a lot. Yeah, the original Dot Hacks, the ones with the subtitles, not the other ones that were like later on in the timeline. You know, the ones that are impossible to find now. There's like a 4-parter that was released on, and they're impossible to find now. It's like Dot Hack Infection, Dot Hack. I forgot the other names, but you can probably look it up online here. But to me, them announcing a sequel to Project X Zone is kind of upsetting and disappointing. And especially when they could have worked on some of these other titles that they got featured in the game. Dust off your Nintendo 64. Once again, it and other retro consoles will be accepted at GameStop. The company will launch a pilot sales and trade-in program for retro consoles, games, and accessories in 2 of its markets beginning April 25th. Stores in its New York City and Birmingham markets, which comprise around 250 store locations, will play host to the program. According to a spokesperson for GameStop, the qualifying locations will begin accepting game systems and select accessories for most retro platforms, going all the way back to the Nintendo Entertainment System. If the program proves successful, GameStop hopes to roll it out nationally later this year. The systems and accessories that you will be able to trade in and purchase includes NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, and Sega Dreamcast. This will increase the number of games GameStop offers either for sale or to purchase by about 5,000. We will bring all the product back through the refurbishment operation centers for inspection, testing, and repair, GameStop told us. The lead time between when it begins accepting trades and the products will be put on sale is estimated to be about 2 months. This gives the company significant processing time and time to build up a good assortment of retro games fans to select from when shopping. However, you won't be inundated with the sights and sounds of your favorite retro games when you walk into your local store. Purchases can be made on GameStop's website or through its web and store system. The GameStop spokesperson said all these retro consoles are expected to have the same warranty as current used and refurbished consoles. This is going to be a bit complicated. Then again, maybe not. From what I know, this is happening at like major GameStops, maybe like only a handful of actual GameStops are doing this. And as it says here, it shows stores in New York City and Birmingham markets. It's just a testing out process right now. I know at some Walmarts they were testing out the ability to trade in video games there, and only a few Walmarts have actually took in pre-owned video games. So that's what GameStop is trying to do here. They're testing out waters because there are some local, well, I do mean that loosely, there are some other stores around the areas that have started selling older generation games and consoles, which is why GameStop is trying to get back into older games and consoles. I mean, I know here locally there's a store called Mega Replay, and they deal with older systems like the Super Nintendo, the NES, the Genesis, along with DVDs, Blu-rays, stuff like that. So because of how the GameStop corporation probably heard about some of these stores opening up and being successful, they're probably going to go back to getting some of these older games, especially considering how much some of the other stores are making off the older ones. I mean, it's outrageous how much the prices are on some of the Nintendo, the original NES games are. If you go to maybe like eBay or Amazon, try and look up to see how much it costs to try and buy Earthbound. And then you'll realize how expensive it is to try and be an old school gamer to find some of these titles. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, this is only happening in a few selected stores. This isn't happening everywhere in GameStop, just a few select places. So, if like in Illinois, if they were to be doing it, I'd say they would only be doing it maybe in the Chicago area. Like I said, I haven't heard of any GameStop in this area that's doing this stuff. Well, that does it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching, or listening to this episode. Later on, I will have the separate clips up if you want to check those out. Down below, I will have the link for the Facebook page, along with the actual email address if you want to send any emails there for comments, questions, and I think that's it. So, until next time, bye!